So there's this video, and if you're watching this video, you probably most likely watched the other video, but there's a video called The Pain of Becoming Yourself. And I've been recommended this video a multitude of times. I haven't gotten really around to watching it. And then I finally got around to, wanting to watch it because I've been having similar experiences that relate to the title. And when I read the title and I just thought about the title, I realized that I'm currently going through something similar, like the pain of becoming yourself and what that requires you to do in order to become like the person that you genuinely want to be, the person that you define yourself to be, and being able to make it out on the other side, right? And that's the kind of the epiphany that I had when analyzing the title. However, what I found in the video is a lecture by Steve Jobs, and this is not by no means saying that Steve Jobs is a terrible lecturer or the video doesn't relate. It's a great video, and I also do recommend that you guys watch the video as well. But what I primarily want to talk about in this video is my experience when reading the title, "The Pain of Becoming Yourself," and the kind of consciousness, right, the enlightenment that I came to while reading that. And I realize that I'm just currently going through the same exact thing as we speak, right? The pain of becoming yourself. Um, you know, I went to Florida State University, and the entirety of my senior year, I just focused entirely on becoming a better person for myself. All 3 years before that, I was deciding to go hang out everywhere and be, do everything in clubs and organizations, this and that and whatever. But senior year, I decided to go out with a bang, and I really wanted to work on myself and build a level of characteristics and skills and virtues that I can be able to take outside of college. And ultimately, throughout that process, what I realized is that I have a higher I have a higher vision for myself that I really want to obtain. And as the months kept ticking and they kept going by and I kept getting closer to graduation, this higher vision of wanting to obtain myself became a burning sensation. We're getting to, like, I'm 60s, like 70, 80 days out. That's when, about 70 or 80 days out, that's when I'm like genuinely having a burning sensation. Like, bro, I want to graduate. I want to be able to do the things I want to do. I want to disappear. I want to work on myself. I want to be productive. I just want to escape, and I just want to do the things that I want to do and just become the person that I want to be. And it was just a burning sensation that would not stop. I remember being in a car with somebody, and we're talking about it, and I told them, I was like, it just sucks, you know, having to wake up and do the exact same thing over and over and over and over again, and do it more times and continually do it more times. And the problem about that is that you're doing the right actions, but you just have to wait. You just have to wait, and that's the most burning feature about it. You just have to wait. And that is the hardest thing to get my mind around, is that you have to keep doing these things over and over again, and then you just have to wait until they finally compound over a certain threshold, and you're able to finally reap the consequences of all the actions that you've done previously. And this is how it was for graduation. I just woke up, go to class. I don't feel interested in class anymore, right? I just want to do what I want to do. I'm done. Give me my degree already. Like, I'm completely done. I'm over it. And now we're here. I graduated a month ago. Yeah, I graduated a month ago. And what have I done since? I've read a book, started a YouTube channel, started documenting, the things I've realized over my journey. Documenting the things how I feel, like right now. Um, but what have I done? Have I fully locked in the ways that I have want to? No, I really haven't. I mean, I and this is the really the gist of the video, the pain of becoming yourself. I'm now presented. It's looking in front of me right now. The whole entire demon of becoming myself is looking in front of me right now, staring at me, and here I am. I haven't done anything. And I know there's other people that's not just like me. in their teenage years or in their 20s or in their 30s. And, they have to make this step forward. They have to make this leap where they know they have to be able to do all these things in order to come to acquire the vision that they have for themselves. That's a burning sensation. And what that requires is for you to let go of everything that you do now and to let go of everything that you know and completely enter something utterly new. And it's really fear. It's really fear, and it's a tinge of self-esteem. It's the question of am I worthy of that? Like, am I worthy of that? Right? I'm not saying worthy as in like, do I have the value? And no. What I mean by worthy, are you right now the type of person that deserves that? Do you have the capacities that allows yourself to be in that position to acquire that new vision for yourself? Are you really worthy of that? If you look at the past actions that you've done in the 30 days, is that the type of person who deserves to be your ideal self? Is that the type of person you would always like to be? The answer is no. And obviously the corollary question to that is, well, what are you going to do about it? And I mean, this is the fundamental decision that separates, regular people and greats, and everyone has to face it. Once they put in their mind, I have a higher vision, ideal person who I want to be, right? That's step one. Step two is making that decision and actually doing it. And don't get me wrong, I've done it in different areas individually in my life. Like, I'm a Google Calendar warrior. I've mastered how to utilize Google Calendar and just have time management and follow it to a T. I've mastered that. I've mastered being in the gym. Actually, I'm lying. I'm lying. I have not mastered that. I have my on and off periods, but I've been in modes where I was focused on the gym regularly. I've mastered meal prepping. I love meal prepping. I like cooking, so it's pretty easy. But I mastered that. I mastered my LinkedIn, being able to have a very adamant and professional presence on LinkedIn, which you should follow, by the way. But presence on LinkedIn, I mastered that. I mastered having a morning routine, like an ultimate morning routine. Like waking up and the first thing I do is drink water, and then I stretch, and I go outside. I bought running shoes. I go outside and I jog and I run, and I come back inside and then I shower, and then I might read, and I might cook some breakfast, and I might go on by my day. So I mastered a morning routine. There are several aspects within my lives in which I mastered those things, which are extremely relevant to me becoming the person that I want to be, the highest ideal version that I want to be, the highest ideal person that I can be than I actually want to be. And the problem is that I know the amount of effort that's going to be required to grab all these things and re-practice them. I've lost my ways, but re-practice them, being able to perfect them once again, and being able to integrate them into literally my life. Being able to utilize Google Calendar at the same time that I'm meal prepping, at the same time that I'm going to the gym, at the same time that I'm journaling, at the same time that I'm making videos, at the same time that I'm reading books upon end, at the same time of everything. Integrating all of these features into one thing in which I know that this is going to be the course of actions that is necessary in order to render the outcomes that I want for myself. I know this is going to be a taxing process. I know that this is going to require for me to let go of the things that I currently do. It is going to be requiring me to be socially distant. It's going to be requiring me for me to wake up and feel extremely lonely. But will I do it? I have a burning sensation I've archived everything off of Instagram. I don't want to be on Instagram anymore. But I have a burning sensation to come back months from now, 6-7 months from now. I hate all you guys who thought about 6-7. But coming back a half a year from now, posting again, just being a completely different person. And there are things that are holding me back, and one of those things is just fear. It's looking right at me in my face and what I'm going to do. It's been 30 days since I graduated. And although I've done some things, and I'm proud of those things, I finished the Lean Startup by Eric Ries within 7 days. That's cool. I've generally still get up at 5 a.m. That's cool. I still meal prep. That's cool. But it's not enough. And I don't know what to do about it.